What's up, you guys? I'm Jay Brown,
And I'm Dominique LaRue.
and welcome back to Good Dope Sales Itself. What's up,
Woo!
everybody? Yep, got a new location.
New location.
No, we not telling you where it is.
No, we're not telling you where it is. Unless you come and join us.
Right? Exactly.
In
So
the
if you
Trizap.
want to come see where this is, come join us on the podcast. Then we may send you the direction. We might blindfold you and then bring you up here.
You got to pay for that now. You know I don't do that for free.
I forgot. My bad.
I don't do that
My
for the
bad.
free now.
No demonstrations. No free demos.
But yeah, what's up, y'all? We out here.
You saw this new juvenile vaccine campaign?
Vax that thing
Vax that
up.
thing up.
Vax that thing up.
That's why I got the shirt on today.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Because I want to say, first of all, that the Hot Boys is one of the greatest boy bands that ever existed. Ever existed. Don't say they're not a boy band because they fit all the qualities and qualifications of a boy band. They just didn't sing songs. They rap songs.
But they had rap songs,
See what I'm
period.
saying? But they still had, they went through everything that NSYNC went through.
No, for real, though.
Like,
They really did. That was the Beyonce of the group.
Yup.
His name is Lil Wayne.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a Kelly Rowland. His name is Juvenile. So.
That's what I'm saying. But I thought that shit was funny. That shit was
Yeah.
hilarious as fuck. But I really felt like he should have did like High instead. Like, you trying to get a dove, huh? You didn't get vaccine, so you can't go to the club with your friends, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
would
Like,
have been a good one, too,
that would have been really good. Like, I
really like how they had, he had Mia X on there. And, like, you
and
know what I'm
Manny,
saying?
yeah.
So
They
that
brought
was
everybody
cute.
in there. Like,
Very
that shit was dope.
Louisiana. Then we always making a joke out of something. Always making a song
I
out of
know.
everything.
That's the only way to do it, man.
Got to, because it be fucked up down here, so we got to laugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you been having bad dreams, huh? You need to go get
Get
your
your
friends and go
vaccine.
get that vaccine, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, man, that shit have been gangsters. So we're going to start this thing off with some positivity. I'm going to give you guys the mantra of the week and repeat after me. I am patient, kind, and compassionate with myself and with the world around me.
All right. I am patient, kind, and compassionate with myself and the world around me.
You know, and I just want to say real quick, ever since I started sleeping to like affirmations, you can find them on like Spotify. Once I started sleeping to like affirmation, I get a lot better rest.
Really?
Like, hell yeah. Like, sleep, and I ain't never had no problem going to sleep before in my life, but god damn do I be sleeping fully through the night now. Like,
Just with them playing what it is, like
It be-
sound bowls and affirmations.
yeah, it'd be like somebody reading affirmations and it might be like some rain in the background sometimes. Shit put me under. Like, I might wake up, like just wake up sometimes, look around, be like, oh, and then go right back to sleep. Like, sometimes I used to have a hard time. Like, I wake up after like 4 hours or so, be up. Hell no. Like, I be stuck.
I'm trying to think if I woke up in the middle. I think I did wake up in the middle of the night last night. I usually wake up. Yeah, I did. I always wake up the first time at like 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and then like while I'm just up, like I meditate, and then I go back to sleep until like 8 or 9 o'clock.
That shit. Yeah, that shit is helpful. I'm gonna have to sit in that because that sleep be peaceful as fuck.
Oh no, that's
Like,
right.
and then
Nothing
I
but
got
positive
wood,
thoughts.
Got the speaker and shit in my room, so I just had that shit up loud. So if you ever just be over here at night and you just hear somebody talking, that's what that
That's
is.
what that
you
is.
you gonna hear somebody just talking in my bedroom. That is
Right.
not me. But getting into the Louisiana stuff of this week. They had a motherfucking python escape its motherfucking cage at the motherfucking zoo in the motherfucking mall.
But like they do, like okay, there is a zoo in the mall, but like it's a little small company, like the Blue Zoo company. It's
Yeah.
like only the size of Hollister, and they have 3 locations. Like they got one here, they got one in Dallas, and they got one in Atlanta. And so like I thought somebody took her because they found the snake, but
That's
I
still
thought,
my theory.
yeah,
I don't think that's the real snake that they found.
you don't think it's the same snake. You just
No,
think that
I think
they
they,
went got another one.
yeah, they just like, cause I'm like, okay, so couple of things, right? One, the snake was missing for like 30 hours before they reported anything. So I'm like, first of all, that somebody had to have known. Two, they got cameras all around this fucking mall, at least supposedly. So it's like, how does a snake get out and then even in the exhibit or wherever, it's like, how does a snake get out and then escape so good that you can't find it? You have cameras all around this place. So I was like, that bitch was stolen, and you know what I'm saying? That's why it was like such a head start, because it's like, nigga got 30 hours on y'all ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's what made me feel like somebody had took her, because it was like, I was like, man, that snake on the dark web right now for $12,000.
And I'm
They
telling
is
you,
selling her.
I was for sure that bitch was gonna be at Southern's homecoming next year. Niggas gonna be out there walking around with that bitch showing it off. Like, that's where it was like, nigga got that.
Nigga
bitch.
said that snake was in Brookstown somewhere in a fish tank.
I'm telling
But
you.
I would think that they would have 24-hour surveillance on her.
That's
on
what
her,
I'm saying. I heard
habitat.
somebody told me that went to the zoo was like, those types of pythons are escape artists. Like, they are escape artists. That's something that they do. So and they said that the door was too high
Why
to
would
the
y'all
exhibit.
put her?
When I heard of the blue, when it's like a blue zoo, that when it's like an aquarium or whatever, I'm like, okay, so they're gonna have like fish,
Yeah,
shit
I
like
thought it was
that.
just fish.
You
I
know,
didn't
shit
know
that
they had a
can't get away.
python.
You know, like stuff that's
Yeah.
forced to stay there. Like, that's what I expected.
Yeah, like I didn't think they would have like monkeys and python. Do they? I don't think they got a monkey.
That would be funny as fuck if they got a monkey in there, because if that monkey break loose, it's gonna fuck some shit up. Fuck some shit up.
Really, monkeys be tearing shit up?
I mean, especially if they don't know where they are, like, they just gonna fuck some shit up. Like,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
I want to go to like Mexico and do the thing. You know how people be playing with the monkeys?
Yeah, we have little capuchin monkeys and shit. I mean, I always wondered one. They had a movie. It was like My Friend Andre or that's the seal. My Monkey and Me, and it was like a little girl who fucking came across like a monkey just crawled into her apartment one day, so she kept it. Like, I remember that shit. If you remember that movie,
I probably would too though.
If you remember that movie, let me know, because I like.
How do you take care of a pet monkey?
I don't know. I remember watching Malcolm in the Middle, and the nigga had like a butler monkey, and he was faking, like, you know what I'm saying, he was like retarded. Instead of like using insurance or other shit, he kept the insurance and just hired this monkey, you know what I'm saying, for free. And then the monkey turned around and started trying to kill him. It was like trying to poison him, all types of shit. Like,
that's a very dark turn.
I know. That's how it be. And that's also why I love Malcolm in the Middle. You know, white trash shows are lit.
Yeah, white trash shows are really good.
But they found the snake today, supposedly. Like I said, I feel like they were just trying to save face, because the mall, especially since COVID has been back open, it hadn't been closed like that for like 2 days straight. So they needed to get their money.
Right.
So they went and, you know, borrowed somebody else's. They could have went to the EBR Zoo, and then borrowed a snake and be like, hey, we found this nigga. Like, we found it. We caught it.
I hope it's the real snake, because I don't know.
That's my theory. Like, nigga can easily go borrow a snake.
Because I wasn't gonna trust that shit if they ain't find it. Like, if you ain't found it, that don't mean it's dead.
Yeah.
That don't mean it's gone.
Right, and it's gonna have to eat.
So
at some point, somebody getting beat up.
I wonder where the hell they found her. They said the wall. I wonder if it was like in the wall or if she was just slithering on the wall. She finally came out.
The video that I saw looked like they pulled out of a vent.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, that's probably where she was at, in the vent, eating the mice.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
If she not in the wall, that's why I say if she's not in the wall in the ventilation, somebody stole her. But yeah, I knew that's where they would find her.
Fuck that snake, man. Fuck them all. I'm never going back.
I don't like snakes.
I'm never going back to that bitch. I ain't even gonna front.
You
never.
Scared?
Hell yeah, I'm terrified of snakes.
Me
terrified.
I don't play that.
And I
Remember
hate
when
people.
I was working at the dollar store and
yes.
they had that fucking snake in there? Y'all used to work at the dollar store on Hooper Road, y'all. No, not Hooper Road, the one on Mickens.
Yeah.
And they had a motherfucking snake in the store. It was like a garden snake, and that bitch was poisonous. Because, like, the way the dollar store set up, like, it's set up like it's a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
And it's right next to a big-ass ditch and shit.
Yeah, like, it's right by a ditch and stuff like that. So, like, it's not too far-fetched for a garden snake to get in the store, but that's too much for me. That wasn't on the job description. When I had got hired as an assistant manager, ain't nobody say shit about no snakes. I wouldn't have took... I'm not doing that. So, They was mad at me or whatever, but for them few days that I tried to work and then a customer had seen it and I was like, this fine, clock me out.
You ain't fuck with that bitch no more.
No.
And they kept trying to get you to come back.
No, like then when I went back like a week later, they fired me. Because some money had came up missing, but like I didn't steal it, but apparently it wasn't included in the drop. It sat on the desk for a week. So like they fired me, I guess for like mismanaging money, but no, they fired me because I ain't come to work all them days because of that snake. They felt played about
Some
that.
bullshit.
And they was like, this hoe too much.
And I wouldn't, my ass wouldn't be at that bitch neither. Like you just
fuck y'all. That's how I felt about it. But yeah, I don't fuck with no snakes. I don't give a fuck.
Also, I seen some people say, what if the python was pregnant and had babies or laid some eggs somewhere? I'll be like, that's insane if that happened. That's very insane.
But I think they would have known she was pregnant.
That's true.
Like, she's a zoo animal, y'all. Like,
that
she's
is true.
not,
she's monitored
she's very domesticated and monitored. That's why I say she's friendly. Like, you got to understand, she's not in the wild.
I feel you.
It's like I still don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, you got to realize she definitely will be different from a snake in the Amazon rainforest.
That's true. Our friend Randy was trying to. This is. Okay. So this is one thing I don't understand when people. I'm terrified of snakes. Why are you trying to explain snakes to me? Be like, yeah, that bitch only eat once or twice a month. But it's like, nigga, have you seen me? I don't understand. Like, I walk by a snake and then it's just gonna all of a sudden decide, hey, this nigga is looking mighty delicious right now. I'ma just go in my move. Like, I'm just going in my move right now.
I'll be most scared. Well, one, I wouldn't want to get bit for sure. But I really would be scared of like a constrictor style snake.
Yes.
Oh my God. That shit. I'm terrified.
Grip a nigga up like. Like, I don't know. I don't even when one of them catch around niggas like on the slick, and then niggas be like, "Oh, that nigga tried to wrap me up." I be like, "Man, why are you even so cool about this shit, nigga? You was having a conversation. If your conversation got any deeper, you would have passed out."
I have one picture with a snake. I was at an effing pool party, and I think Kurt. Yeah, I was at an effing pool party, and I was like, okay, and then he put the snake around my neck, and I took the picture with the snake. And then as soon as he sent the picture, I'm like, get this snake the fuck up off me. Man. But I was really serving. I'm going to have to go find that picture. I was really serving, like on some Aaliyah Britney Spears type shit. Like only for the moment, though. Yeah. No, I ain't going to say them because they was a little more calm. Cardi B was freaking out when she had to work with that snake. Yeah. But then, like, when she
was on video.
Yeah, like when she held it together. So it was like, boom, a quick slay, but ooh, get it on me.
That's hilarious.
I don't like snakes. That's why I don't like. Do the photo or video. Yeah, like I don't. That's why I like to go fishing and stuff like that. But I be scared of shit like that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like I would have to be out there with somebody fearless. Like my grandmother was fearless.
Speaking of pictures, we're gonna go into our next topic of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this dude apparently, and he went viral a while back. You know, well, let me start off by saying this: there's nothing more funny on Twitter than a "this you" moment.
Yeah,
this you moments are hilarious as fuck.
Them bitches be crucial, bro.
It be showing the hypocrisy and the audacity.
Yeah,
like.
But also, it kind of. I feel like if it's a "this you," I feel like sometimes the "this you" needs to be valid because if you go,
when you being an asshole, yeah,
right. But it's like it has to be valid as far as like, okay, if I said like, okay, you gotta understand, I've been having my Twitter the same account since I was 15. There's over 350,000 tweets on my page.
Yeah.
So if I was going on a rant about some shit at 17, 16 years old that I'm in full support of now, you cannot "this you" me. Not me. Yeah. But that nigga, that shit was crucial. But I'm just saying, like, the "this you" have to be a valid "this you."
Right.
Like, you gotta be like a, you know, recent type of, like, you know.
Right.
This nigga posted a collage of different girls in Miami. It was Miami, right?
Yeah.
On spring break, talking about like these hoes. What he said? These hoes.
First he said what brought up the diss you moment was he got on Twitter and was like, how you built like a mini fridge where you used to run track in college. So there was actually an article about it. Like it got so big that there was an article,
but it's like, who the fuck was he talking about?
it was just random women. He was just taking pictures with random women in Miami and then posting them like on Instagram and Twitter, just trying to make it seem like they gold diggers and shit like that. Like that's and he was posting, just rap lines, just trying to seem cool, like, oh yeah, all these bitches want to take a picture with me
Boy,
and
shut
shit
the
like
fuck
that.
up with your dirty ass with that fucking crop top on, looking like my god sister.
But come to find out, when the post, they got around.
Bye, niece.
The women start responding with, exposing them, like basically like this dude
He offered me weed, he offered me money or whatever to take a picture with him.
And then was trying to, double back on Twitter.
And be like, I don't know, niggas are weird. I think my disdain, I swear to God, like my disdain for niggas is really just like growing more and more by the day.
That really reminded me of Brady, the master cheater. That's the type of shit he was doing. Like, he was, using his friends' old lady.
To take pictures and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? To try to pique other women's interest. Like, so he'll look cool. Like, wow, that
these
shit
hoes
corny.
just want to take a picture with me. Are you out of your mind?
Corny. Oh my God.
Like, are you lame? Like, who are you really that lame? Clout is a hell of a drug, bro. I done really seen some people do some wild shit in the name of clout. There was an episode of Catfish. It's like on the most recent season. Mm-hmm. But do you remember the Catfish episode where the girl was pretending to be Lil Bow Wow?
I remember that for real.
Okay. So now you got that in your head. I can't remember her name. Was like D-Nice, D-Nice, some shit.
It was something.
D something. So we just gonna call her D. So follow me, camera. Now, this fast forward to this most recent episode of Catfish. There's a girl on there who believes she talking to the real D-Nice, the girl.
Wow.
Look. So she suspects that that is not really her. Yeah. So she's suspecting that the old Catfish is being is being portrayed as, someone is catfishing as her. Circle. Yeah.
That is
so
crazy.
Then Neve and his new co-host, her name Cammy. So then they get on, they get on Skype with the girl. I think we're gonna call her Ariel, and then they ended up being able, of course, D-Nice, the girl D hadn't been on the show before, so it was nothing to get back in contact with her.
Yeah, right.
So, boom, they get her on Skype, so now all four of them on Skype, and she like, you wasn't talking to me. But I'm down to help y'all, you know what I'm saying? So now the episode was the four of them trying to get down to it. Come to find out, now this time I'm getting to the clout chasing. I just had to set up the play.
God damn, this shit be scary.
Come to find out, the person that she had been talking to was a guy that lived in like South Carolina. We gonna call him Jay. Mm-hmm. When he saw D-Nice episode of Catfish where she was pretending to be Bow Wow, he made all her social media accounts right then and there, and has been capitalizing off of her name and her likeness for the last since her episode of Catfish aired. There's thousands of followers on the Facebook page, thousands of followers on the Twitter page, and this is not even her. He even goes so far as went into the studio and recorded music as if he was her and distorted his voice to just, to distorted his voice to sound like a stud rapping instead of a dude. So when they confronted him and they finally, spoke to him on Skype, because of course in the Panamera, everything is on
it's on Skype on that one,
So when they finally talked to him, his only reason and excuse for it was clout. He was like, I just wanted the clout, straight up, point blank.
Damn, bro. Not even the clout, not even
point blank.
Not
period.
even just the money.
It's
like
a hell of a drug. People will sell their soul.
Like, what the fuck?
People will sell their soul. Yeah, that was the wildest shit I had seen. I was like, this is so full circle as a motherfucker. And for him to do all that after all these years, and all he said he wanted was clout. And it was like, are you really that lame?
That is lame as fuck.
Then it was like he make music and like the music wasn't bad, and it's like, why don't you just? How did you think this was gonna go? Right. Him and his friend had even went so far they was on tour, like they was booking shows and then going to the shows and saying that she was sick, and so she wouldn't leave the hotel to come perform and doing shows and getting paid like they performing with her.
Wow.
They
Wow.
had them toured to like 7 cities and did that.
Wow. That is that is diabolical. Like, what
Why do
the
you?
fuck?
Yeah, like you could have
Like,
did that on your
it's
own.
but my thing is like I understand certain things like as far as like buying properties and owning things because it's like if you buy a website, you know what I'm saying? If you think of a website name, you go purchase it, right? And then
Right.
you own that name. So if somebody comes up with it or if some big corporation says, "Hey, this is something that I'm going to make," they have to buy that from you.
Right.
So you own, but you own it, so you can have your price. Like if you buy, you come up with it and you pay $50 for it, and you tell them, "I want $5,000 for you to have this name." You can have it, and they
Right.
beg like you flipped it. Like that's trademarking something. I understand. Like I understand doing it. If he was doing it like, "Oh yeah, I saw this and felt like I could capitalize, I could make a lot of money off of this," you know, I'd have just been like, "Hey, like that's smart." Like, or she could have just bought the brand back if she really wanted, so that
Hmm.
she could make money off of it. Like, we've made this brand. If you want it, pay us.
Right.
But no, they're chasing clout. Like,
Straight
oh my,
up. Straight
like
up.
that
I just
that
wanted the
that
clout. That's
that
all he
just
said.
blows my mind. Like, oh man.
Yeah, people do some wild shit for clout. I see a lot of this shit on Twitter and shit like that. Twitter, a lot of shit go left on
Hell
Twitter.
yeah, cause it's like I don't understand because it's like even at that like you toured 7 cities, uh, based off her name, right? Why haven't you used her name to build your own? Like I would have been catapulted, like especially I'm up there performing with her off of songs I made. I would have been like, yeah, I'm about to run this new joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have been stacked my own career on top of that. So even regardless, I got two
Clout.
brands
He just
built off
wanted a
of it.
page with buku followers on it.
I would have been using that page promoting my music. Like, go check out my
Oh,
homeboy.
he was. He was.
Like, okay,
He was. He was doing that.
like
But it was like
you
there.
still ain't putting, you still
Yeah,
do
it
it
was just
like
kind of
just
like,
like that's so crazy,
yeah, it
man.
was lame as fuck. I was like, this really the lamest shit I ever seen.
Niggas will put all the wrong energy into like just like oh bro, this is so stupid, so
Hmm.
stupid. Like you
And
could have
like, leave them fucking girls alone on Miami Beach to offering them shit to take pictures with you.
like
Don't nobody want to be just taking pictures with no random nigga they don't know. I'm trying to
this
think.
nigga really had the Will Smith crop top shirt on from Fresh Prince. This nigga walking around with that shit on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking sassy.
This fool.
What? That shit
And
crazy.
I really ain't got no problem with men wearing crop tops and shit. I'm just dogging him out because that's lame. Because he lame. You can't wear it, bitch. Nah.
Okay, so our next subject, um, we wanna ask your opinion on this. So we would appreciate some feedback because it's kind of confusing, but we see different points of views from it, right? So Mia Khalifa recently, I wouldn't say it was a rant, but she went online to explain why she may not always shop with like black businesses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I like just from the surface I was like it doesn't really make sense, but once understood like once she explained it, um it gave a different point of view. You mind explaining it for me? You
What,
remember what?
like, what?
Yeah, what her take was.
Okay.
Shake back.
My bad. But, basically she was saying that, like, she don't be shopping with, like, small businesses and stuff like that because as soon as she,
Hmm.
buy it or promote it, then the demand for it goes up so high
Yeah.
that it's triple, quadruple the price that it was when she had it, and now people who really need it
Yeah.
can't get it.
Right.
And it's like I understand what she's saying because I mean that tends to happen, um, which is in business we just have a lot to learn
Yeah.
because it's like you can only imagine like a small business don't really keep that much
Right.
inventory.
Scarcity becomes like it
You know what I'm
becomes the
saying? Like
thing.
when you're a small business, you only have so much to spend on that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So people might only have 25, 50 of their product in stock at any given time. And then Mia Khalifa,
Yeah.
somebody with millions of followers, post your product, you can't fulfill.
But wouldn't you? But do you think like that's what they would rather be going through though? Like they would rather have more business to like an overflow of business than to not have that promotion at all though.
But see, right, I would rather had a promotion than But I understand what she's saying as far as like products becoming scarce. But I mean, I would definitely, just me as a businesswoman, I would love to have Mia Khalifa post my shit.
Hmm.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I'ma figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
feel
just have to,
you.
even if I got to do cut off pre-order, you know what I'm saying, until I can fulfill all this inventory.
Yeah.
But Super had said from the beginning, like one of the things Judy had told her when she started her business, don't be scared of the inventory.
Yeah.
You don't want to sell out.
Right.
So it's like that also would be, if I know I got the bread to pay somebody like that to promote me,
Yeah.
or like, what I'm saying, somebody like that promoted me, I would have to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't personally, like if we doing like paid promo,
Yeah.
I wouldn't reach out to somebody like that, with that big of a platform,
Yeah.
if I'm not able or ready to fulfill what's gonna come with that.
Right. Right. Right.
Like, you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
that,
So
yeah.
it's just kind of like you gotta know
Right.
your
Yeah. You don't
stance
want to
and shit
have
like
big
that.
promo. And you only got 10 of whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
now you backed up on orders and now you taking people money and you got to wait on your inventory to come.
Shit,
Wait
yeah.
for, it just causes problems.
A lot of problems.
So if you going to go for that type of promo, I would hope that you are, ready for the
Yeah.
overflow of business. I will definitely love the overflow of business rather than not. But yeah, like if Mia Khalifa post you, that's why I was like, that's why people really don't do free promo,
Mm-hmm.
because one, obvious reasons, and then two, like sometimes you can't just like me. If I send like smoking accessories
Mm-hmm.
to Super, and then I only had 25 of them,
Yeah.
like, and then lo and behold, one day she just be like, "Oh, I love this tray," and then she done posted this shit. Now I got all these people ordering shit, and I only got 6 trays at the house.
Right. Right. Right.
So like, you just kind of want to make sure you prepare. You don't want to be. They said don't be scared of their inventory. So if you gonna start selling some shit, you better make sure you got a lot of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Shit. I, that's true. Like that's what's crazy is thinking about some of that stuff. Like the scarcity of those things, and which leads into our next topic, is what also leads to a lot of superiority complexes. Did I say that right? Superiority. I added an extra. I feel like I added an extra syllable to that. Superiority complexes within like the community, like like just between different things, like Telfar bags were becoming like a superiority thing before Telfar said no, we getting everybody can have one. We're not trying to become like a super limited access thing, like because that's because of the scarcity and that complex that was making like the resellers. That's what I remember. Like that, the resellers were coming up. And it was like people was getting them and then just flipping them.
Yeah, because luckily I was able to get mine. I have 2 of them. I was able to get mine directly from Telfar, but both of them was on pre-order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of them was on pre-order. But I ended up getting my bags in the time that they said I would get them.
I always felt like that was a smart decision. You know what I'm saying? Making it more accessible like that. Because things.
Because we got enough of that.
Right.
Like,
right. Definitely. But this is the part that this bothered me just a whole lot. This chick on Twitter got on there and asked this question: is it not tacky to eat the bread, the complimentary bread that come at the table?
I'm gonna eat that bread as soon as it get to the table, and then when it run out, I'm gonna ask for some more because I want it hot and I'm ready for my honey butter, so I can shellac that motherfucker up with honey butter.
Especially from Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse, I'm taking a basket of bread home.
I'm taking 1 or 2 baskets home with me. I ain't even gonna front.
Like, let's not even don't play, cause it could go down. Like, I would go to Texas Roadhouse for the bread and get an appetizer.
Hell yeah. You actually can just order the bread to go too. I've definitely done it. Just went home with a dozen rolls.
Cause how you gonna penalize me in a restaurant for being hungry?
See, like I can't stand bitches like that, bro. That shit bothers me so much.
Talking about something you should have pregame ate, bitch. I'm not about to eat.
Who
before
is
I go
eating
out to
before
eat.
they go to a restaurant?
Like, why would I?
Why do
would
I
I do
want a
that?
snack before I go to the restaurant?
And it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. That's just how I be scrolling. I be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up. Shut your stupid
Bruh,
ass
I
up.
ain't gonna lie. If a bitch judged me for eating a complimentary bread at a restaurant, that day over with.
That nigga, yeah,
I'm
like,
gonna
he
finish
could
them
leave-
rolls and I'm out.
Yeah, you can get the fuck.
Actually, I'm gonna get some more to leave too. I'm be like, bitch, this bread is complimentary,
bread is
but
fire.
this date is not. And I'm out.
Nah, hell nah. Nah, hell
Over
nah.
with.
That shit is weird as fuck. And then, like, people always talking about what's appropriate and shit on a date and shit like that. And I just feel like if you got manners, you don't need to work. Like, who you obviously, girl, who told you was fat and tried to tell you that you can't eat the fucking bread?
Because
Who hurt you? Because
hey, you better eat when we go.
there's no reason why you should be uncomfortable eating food that has been presented to you at a restaurant.
You do not need to eat
Who
cute.
has made you feel like you being greedy? Like, who has made you feel like you was being greedy?
Right.
Where you got that from? Because I ain't never heard of that.
Mamas and grandmas, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That dirty ass shit.
That be people that was in church a lot. It's crazy that happened, but they make sure they feed you at the church after they call you fat.
Right. And then,
Call you fat, then bless you with food at the church.
But yeah, that's what I'm like, who told you that? Like, where did you even get that from? I'm there. Who wouldn't want the bread hot and fresh? That's what it's for.
Amen.
Why? Bread don't? I mean, yeah, cool, but like, by the time it get, who don't want the bread hot and fresh?
Question: Top 5 complimentary rolls or breads from restaurants.
I don't think I have a top 5. Texas Roadhouse is undefeated.
Shit, all right, I got maybe
Ryan's
5.
was good as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I got 5. It's not 5 places who bread I
Ryan's,
love.
you got 2 of them. Golden Corral for sure. All of them. That's like 3 or 4 right there.
But I do eat
on
they
the
rolls,
list.
so like probably so.
They rolls is always raw. That was the best thing there because I never trusted. Well, I mean, once I got older, I didn't trust the food like that no more.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was pregnant, I went and sat in Golden Corral for like 3 hours and by myself and just got it home. I just sat in that motherfucker by myself and I just got down to the food, baby. I ate every course I wanted to eat. I tried everything I wanted to try. And I sat there and then when I got hungry again, I went 80 in.
Next, Olive Garden. Olive Garden. I like, man, throw you some
rolls or the bread. I always
bread.
get bread.
It's bread in general. They got nice breadsticks. I used to fuck them bitches up when they was
I don't like
fresh.
breadsticks. Like
And
that.
then last for me is the cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster.
Oh yeah, yeah. The cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster fire.
Yeah, man. Like, I feel like you can't really go wrong with them. But like you said, you don't
They
fuck
had
with
some.
breadsticks.
I gotta think of the name of that restaurant we went to when we was in Orange Beach. They had some really good rolls there. We was tearing them hoes up. We was tearing them hoes up before we had got back on the road. But yeah, the food. Surprisingly, when I went to Orange Beach, the food was really good.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah.
That's always surprising, especially being from here.
Right. Next on the docket.
So I have one question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you fuck with somebody if you don't like their art, or what? Like, if let's say they're a singer, or
No.
could you still be in a relationship with them?
No.
Why not?
Could you? I could. I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't want my partner to be a fan in a way of like I would want them to be my biggest fan,
Yeah.
but not in a fanboy way.
Mm-hmm.
So like, don't be acting like all smitten to be around me. Like, don't be acting like you in love with my,
Yeah,
you know,
I feel what you're saying.
like But I would at least hope that you like what I do and support what I do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Even you ain't gotta like everything
yeah,
because everything ain't for everybody.
right.
But I just couldn't imagine being in a relationship with a man and then he just be like, "You can't sing,"
I understand.
and it's like, "Bitch, God gave me this. Yes, the fuck I can, and I'm going to." So like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
or you could be like, or maybe I might not make the type of music that you like to listen to all the time, but I really could not be with somebody that just
You just don't like
shit
it.
on my craft. Like, it just be like, I don't
Okay.
like her,
I be
and it's
thinking.
like,
I had to
how?
ask
How
this.
can you?
I mean, I had to ask this because it's like I be thinking about Saweetie sometimes.
Like, did Quavo like her music?
Yeah.
I think
And
he did.
I hey,
I think that he did, and like I say, I'm sure he's not riding around bumping Sweetie.
I feel you. Sweetie don't make nigga music. She
Yeah,
make bad bitch music for
she
one.
make pretty bitch music. This what she say. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
for girls. It
I
is
feel you.
definitely girl rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
I feel
definitely
you.
music for girls.
I,
But that's okay.
and
So,
that is okay.
you know what I'm
But
saying? So it's like, if
I'm,
I was her, I wouldn't want my old man to be like, "You a trash rapper. I
yeah,
can't
right.
stand your music." Like,
Yeah.
that would hurt my feelings.
I feel that.
This is I'm an artist,
Yeah.
and I'm sensitive about my shit.
I feel that.
But I don't expect you to be riding around listening to bad bitch music. No, I don't. But at least like me.
I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I feel like she really cool. So I don't know. I've thought about that very often because I be trying to contribute that into my real life. Could I fuck with somebody that probably doesn't care about like the type of movies and stuff that I like? I think about that, and I don't know. I don't think I could like that because that means that we don't really like shit that much. Like I don't know. I think about that.
I think that, like, me being me, I'm used to excuse me. I'm used to like individuality.
Hmm.
So like, majority of the men that I've dated, we had things in common,
Hmm.
but it was also a lot of shit we didn't have in common, and I was okay with that too.
I feel that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, I really don't expect you to like some of the shit that I like, but at least be able to show,
Yeah.
support for me. Don't shit on my interests, even if they're not the same as yours. Like, I'm really not big on anime,
Hmm.
but the type of guys I like, and the kind of like, I love a blurred.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it don't seem like it, but like, I do love a blurred.
I feel like a lot of people don't really realize that.
Yeah, like, I really love a blurred. I love a weirdo. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, in a good way.
Yeah.
But niggas be liking anime and shit, and
We
I don't watch
we
that.
really
You know?
we the hot topics.
And
out
it's
here.
like, I really don't be watching it. Like, I'm just not into it. And it's like, I would sit there, you know what I'm saying, and I'll sit there with you while it's on.
Yeah.
But I'm not really
you not
into
gonna be
anime.
tapped in.
Yeah, but it's like, that's okay. I'm not
See,
gonna shit
that's
on you liking
understandable.
anime.
Yeah, like that'd be a problem with a lot of shit. Like I can understand if you don't like something, but why? Like if I'm watching a show or something and you don't care, why you got to start talking to me if you know I'm watching it too?
Right.
Like
It's
for
like,
real.
I chill with you, but it's not like,
That's
my
that's
thing.
actually like
Like,
a
you
deal
ain't gotta
breaker for
sit up
me.
here and be acting like you completely tapped into me watching Big Frida.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, some
Yeah.
shit is just different, but just don't shit on my hobbies. You ain't gotta be like, "Oh, she's my favorite, singer, my favorite, whatever. But just support me, and at
Yeah.
least, like that I'm doing what I enjoy and shit. I don't expect you to be riding around bumping my music 24/7. I mean, that's cute and everything, but don't just be going around like, my girlfriend can't sing and she thinks she can,
Yeah.
and she making all this trash ass music.
Right. Oh yeah, that'd be fucked up. I had I had I had a chick double down on some shit like that before. So I told her, like I said, that's one of my pet peeves is big pet peeves is if I'm watching something sincerely, um, don't start talking to me during it. Like I really love movies and shit. Like I'm in the film, so it's like if I'm watching it for real, you see, and you could see I'm locked in watching this bitch. Don't just start talking to me and just keep trying to hold a conversation. Like I'll hold a conversation as soon as it's over with.
You know what's annoying?
What?
Like if you like Netflix and chilling with somebody, and like you really trying to watch, like it's one of them situations where y'all done actually plan to watch something or like put on something that you want. Like I'm actually watching this.
Right.
Move your hand. Get bite.
Like, nigga,
because
watch the
I'm
movie.
really trying to watch this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit aggravating. Like, I be sincerely trying to watch stuff. So, like, I get it. Like, don't be trying to, like,
like
just because you don't care about it. Like, I'm caring about it right now.
I'm tapped in. Like, don't
like,
do this to me right
I'm
now.
caring about it right now.
Now I'm gotta wait for you to stop, and then I'm gonna have to go back. Like,
Right.
I gotta go back now. Like that shit pissed me off. But I communicated this, and but the thing was, she doubled down on it. Like she was just like, well, watch something I like. I'm like, we never really get there because you don't watch TV. Like you don't watch TV, so we don't know what you watch.
You ain't got 30 minutes to an hour to shut your motherfucking mouth while I watch
crazy.
this right quick.
It's crazy.
Because you about to piss me off.
Yeah.
And maybe, see, that's probably why I ain't got no man.
And so.
Because that's my reaction.
Stop.
Shut the
I
fuck
can't fuck
up.
with that. Like,
don't.
And it's like, I understand if you meet me in the middle somewhere, you know what I'm saying, to be like, well, you know what I'm saying? Because I ask you, like, I'm like, what you like to watch anyway? Like, I try to watch shit more so that you like to watch, but you know what I'm saying, these are just my type of time.
Right.
But don't double down on that shit. Like I'm communicating this, and it's not like I'm yelling. I'm communicating like a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I don't like. And yeah, don't double down on some shit. That's a quick way for me to just stop talking to you. Honestly, like we adults here. Like I don't do all that yelling shit.
I think that's my problem. It don't take nothing for me to stop talking to somebody. I'll just be like, bro, look, I don't even have time for this. I don't know. And it's like, with what I do and shit like that, like with being a dominatrix, like men always kind of like, that's the conversation starter.
Yeah.
But you're not interested in that.
Yeah.
So please stop talking to me about that if you are not interested in that. Because if you just want to come over here and ask me my name, or if you just kind of wanted to ask for my number and go at your move, then you could have just said that.
Yeah, just be normal, nigga.
Like, please.
It's not that
please.
hard, bro.
And so, like, then the conversation gets weird because you're being weird. And nah, I don't want to talk anymore.
Right.
And that's it.
Niggas not gonna go miss the part where you said you like blurs. Like, talk about some normal shit.
Hey, how you doing? What you doing?
Like, we'll talk about that type of shit.
Okay, I'm such and such. I got this going on. Hello, like, what the fuck? Why y'all... That's a whole nother fucking topic.
Yeah. So you been watching anything or?
The last thing I binge watched was Big Frida. I don't be wanting to get into a lot of these shows because majority of the good ass shows got canceled. Like October Faction only got one season. It got fucking canceled. What it is, Manifest, everything everybody been watching. I think 2.5 seasons is canceled. Like all the good shows been getting canceled. So I'm waiting on Raising Kanan right now. And then Love and Hip Hop came back. I'm definitely awaiting Raising Kanan. Oh, I watch Sisters too. That's another one I watch every week. Is Sisters good though? Yeah, I enjoy it. It's Tyler Perry, but it's interesting. It's about folk. It's kind of like a New Age Girlfriends, but it's like a New Age Girlfriends, but it's by Tyler Perry. It's one of the Tyler Perry things that I can.
So is it more dramatic than funny?
It's both.
Okay, so they balance it pretty well? Yeah,
they balance it pretty well because the characters, like, they have certain characters on there that are there for comic relief, and they do well. Because
he has one, brothers or his bruh, something like that?
I don't know. All I know of his sisters. I know the Oval be coming on these on BET, and then Ruthless.
Yeah. Because I want to say he has a guy version. I need to look it up because I want to say I saw commercials, but I just never watched it. Like,
yeah, I would. It might
I might check it out. I might do a review because I don't really watch Tyler Perry shit, but I heard that a lot of his TV shit is a lot more. The quality is different than the movies. So
yeah, the TV shows are.
Yeah, a lot more people like.
He knows how to catch. That's me. I like the TV way better than I like the movies. He know how to carry out some mess.
Definitely.
Like, you know how to carry out some mess.
I've always heard that. That's funny.
But it's also, like, kind of, it get kind of controversial because people saying that, like, Tyler Perry always portrays black women in turmoil. It's
Yeah.
always they always going through some type of struggle and strife.
But it's like that's also
Mm,
television and shit.
Art
Like,
imitates life.
yeah,
You know
it
what I'm
got
saying?
it
And
gotta
TV,
have
you gotta
TV.
have drama.
Right.
TV have to have a
Something
reason for
going.
people to
Yeah.
come back.
Right. So that might it be why it's more of his lane because it's like you have to have reoccurring. They have to be in a different position at the end of the season that makes you want to come back and watch the next one. You know,
Right.
like yeah. And you want to know one thing that was crazy that I learned about like seasons, the way they set up, like, and I noticed it in Power, but I never took into it like really realizing it because a lot of times when watching Power, we'd be like, man, they didn't really set up the next season that well, but the season finale is always gonna go over into the season premiere. Premiere is always gonna end up, or the next season is always what's gonna end up wrapping up the last season.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you always gonna have to wait a fucking year, or however long that they do to find like, and it's like I never thought about it like that, like, but I was like, Power was my last real example. I've been watching Dave. Dave is cool. It's cool. I don't like it more than Atlanta, but I do like that it's not like silly shit all the time. So I do. That does make me fuck with it because I will say it's like on an Atlanta level because it's not silly as fuck all the time. It can be serious. Like they actually grow as characters.
Yeah.
And that's very different for a lot of shows like that. And since it's about a rapper, you know.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, like, since it's about a rapper, like, they just do a lot of things. Like, they might not even be... This nigga ain't even rapping as much this season. And I think that's kind of cool, though, because, I mean, that's kind of what he always kind of wanted to do is have his own comedy. So, Davis, one that I do suggest people watch. It's not as cameo-heavy this season, but it is still really good. But I think that's because, you know, COVID shit. But also... I know you don't really watch it like that, but I watch Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is still pretty cool. It's the same shit, but it's you know they're coming with more shit. It's pretty cool. I like to watch it just like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I enjoy that shit. But Raising Kanan is definitely the top of what, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking forward to coming up next. Music wise, you've been checking out anything new?
Let me see what's been in my recent.
I need to promote our Good Dope playlist
Yeah.
on Spotify. I need to go and have it added on Apple Music.
So like recently I've been listening to TG Commas.
Really?
I kind of been on some like Baton Rouge shit. As far as like new shit that I've been listening to, like list songs that been catching my attention. I really like, but I mean everybody, with most people out from out here know Go Back Inside.
Yeah.
And then I really been liking this song, It's Up With Me by OB&J because it got the pills beating.
Really?
Yeah.
All that Weezo.
Yeah, that Weezo beat.
Oh.
So it's on that bitch. So it's like, you know, it's just a fun little Baton Rouge bop or whatever. So I just been really, and like TG Commas be like singing, like that singing rap.
Yeah.
So sometimes I be finding myself like literally singing the song with him. I be harmonizing with him. And I'm like, this so funny because this song really about murder. This song is about straight violence.
Those are the cool, I mean.
That's Baton Rouge rap for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's about straight violence.
Very Baton Rouge rap for you.
So, you know, I just kind of been on them two little bops lately. But everything else I've been listening to is kind of old. And then I've been listening to That's Love a lot by Dorothy Dandridge because that's the opera song that I'm going to be learning. So I've been like really listening to that. But as far as like new R&B, I ain't really been able to tap in. Like, it's been a busy week. So I've really been listening to like my regular oldies, you know what I'm saying? The same shit. Like nothing new that I will, you know, I can introduce people to.
Well, I mean, the song, one of the most recent songs, is not I don't think it's a new song. Ryan put me on it. It's the one Pooh Shiesty and Juicy J. What is it? Tell 'Em No. I think that's what it's called.
No, I ain't never heard that.
I'm gonna have to run that one for you. I was like, this shit get off. But I'm gonna have to share my playlist on Spotify. We're gonna make them on Apple Music because everybody keeps asking me, is it on there?
Apple Music too.
But I have two of them. One of them, you know, just for smoking, vibing, You know, if you're sitting outside or something, it's called Good Dope on Spotify.
Mhm.
And then the other one, it's called Let That Shit Roll, man. So that's one. The first song on there is Juicy J, Pooh Shiesty. And yeah, I feel like you should go check anybody. If you hear this, you should go check it out. I'm gonna put the links down in the description so you could find it and you can just go follow the playlist. Cause I also got one more playlist. It's called 93 Mazda Vibes. So it was inspired by one of my mom's old cars.
Oh,
Uh,
that's cute.
and it's just straight 90s music. Um, that's also one you definitely can check out. I just start just digging in crates of just shit that I remember, and
Mhm.
I'm always adding more to these playlists. And I mean, I make more of them, so I just follow those on Spotify
Mhm.
because yeah, those are real dope. Those are mostly what I listen to, and then I just kind of juggle or find other shit. But I haven't found anything new since Isu. And I mean, I've been listening to Gunna. This nigga been in the hospital for some reason.
Now.
Yeah, this nigga. Yeah, for some reason, I have absolutely no clue. He's been posting fucking snaps in the fucking hospital and balloons and shit.
Damn.
I know, right?
Oh, well, get well soon, Gunna. We hope you shake bike,
I
nigga.
know, right, man? I need to trying to see a live show. Bro. I gotta catch one. But yeah, that's all we got on the docket today. Right?
That's it. That's all I have. Ain't got no more.
Man, we'll be back next week. I can't remember what day I dropped this last time. But we're gonna have another episode out for you soon.
Okay, we're going to get organized.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll have.
We're
some
going to get
art.
on a schedule.
Hopefully, I have some art up in here for the next time we shoot.
We
Yeah,
gonna get on a
nigga needs
schedule.
some help with some placement on that shit. But yeah, we're gonna holler at y'all again next week.
Bye.